Now I'll be showing you how to prove Theorem 2. It is very important for you to know how to prove Theorem 2 because it is very, very examinable. So they can ask you to prove this theorem at an exam. Now let's look at circle A. Theorem 2 says the angle that an arc. First, what is an arc? In this circle we have an arc AB. An arc is a portion of a circle between 2 points. So this theorem says the angle that an arc subtends on the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Subtends means to make. So the angle that these 2 points make at the center O will be twice the angle at the circumference. Now how do we prove? In the previous video I said when proving theorems we have given, required to prove, the construction and the proof. Here we're given a circle with the center O, we're given an arc AB, and also given A, B, and C that are all points at the circumference of the circle. We have the constructions. The constructions is the line from those dotted lines from C passing through the center O until you make N. And I labeled the center, I labeled the angles with O1 and O2, and also labeled C with C1 and C2. Now let's prove. As you can see, I now have 2 isosceles triangles because they have 2 equal sides. The first thing that I see is that OA is equal to OC, and the reason for that is radii. And now I can say that C1 is equal to A, and the reason is angles opposite equal sides. Now this means that O1 is equal to 2 times C1, and the reason is exterior angles of a triangle. Exterior angles of a triangle OAC. We can also say the same thing about the other triangle, and we write similarly O2 is equal to 2C angle C2, which means O2 is equal 2 times angle C2. There is no need for me to write these steps again, because according to my proof, angle O1 plus angle O2 they equal to 2C1 plus 2C2, which means they are twice. It's O1 plus O2 is equal to 2 times C1 plus 2 times C2, and that allows me to say that an angle, the triangle AOB is twice the angle AOB is equal to twice the angle ACB, and that is how you prove theorem 2. So here we only did one circle, so they can give you these 3 types of circles for you to prove theorem 2. So you need to know how to prove for each circle. Now let's move on from an example. This is an example from a textbook. So here we said they were given that O is the center of a circle, and we need to calculate x, y, and z. Here x, we have an angle at the center. An angle at the center is equal to 130 degrees, and we said that x is equal to 65. That is because 65 is twice 130. 65 times 2 will give you 130, and the reason for that is that angle at the center is 2 times the angle at the circumference. With y, we're also given that O, which is the center, is equal to 50 degrees, and we need to find y. Y is equal to 25 because angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So 25 times 2 will give you 50. So 25 twice is 50. Then with z, we're also given that the center is equal to 270. So 270 twice, z is equal to 135 because 135 twice is equal to 127. And the reason is also angle at the center is equal to 2 times the angle at the circumference. So this is the reason for this theorem. Let's move on to another example. We can also say the same thing here because we are also asked to calculate x, y, and z. We have c at the circumference and we are asked to calculate the center. So 62 is the angle at the circumference, and x is equal to 124 because 62 times 2 is equal to 124. So 62 twice is equal to 124, and the reason is also that angle at the center is equal to 2 times the angle at the circumference. With the following circle, we are asked to calculate y. So we have the angle C, which is the angle at the circumference, which is 23, and 23 twice is equal to 46, which is why our y is equal to 46. And the reason is the angle at center is equal to 2 times the angle at the circumference. Same thing with calculating z. The angle C, which is at the circumference, is equal to 126, and z is 252, and 126 twice is 252. And the reason is angle at center is equal to 2 times the angle at the circumference. Now you really need to practice this for you to be very perfect. You can comment on which other topics you would like me to post about, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.